We're here in front of the airboats at the Everglades Alligator Farm.
Let's beat this out, Olga.
Today's going to be the full circle of life around the gator. First we see the gator, then we feed the gator. Lastly, we eat the gator.
Oh, I heard the edge in the front gets the wettest.
And you can tell by the color and the size. So the males, they're a lot bigger and they're orange. You can see a plastigator.
How beautiful is it, Lane?
It's pretty nice. Ducks and geese and some turtles. Koi.
It's so beautiful. Like a double rainbow all the way across the sky.
I want to go back to these again. There's some tortoises.
This is a really good little thing, isn't it?
Yeah. There was a really nice one that I used to visit in southern Oklahoma back when I was a kid. They closed it down. They burned up all their gators.
Yeah.
There's a lot of them in here.
These are just fakes. They're not like the real ones. These are phonies. Phony gators. Oh, that one's trying to get up. These guys are really active. Usually they just sit still. You see how they move like robots? That's because they are. The government made these gator bots.
They're not real.
They're not real.
You guys could go in there and be totally safe.
Here's a fact about gators that everybody should know. You see how they're always laying in the sun when they're not in the water? That's because they're cold-blooded, like many reptiloids. And so their body doesn't naturally warm their blood. They need to use the sun to warm it. Oh, they're all clearing over here.
That's one just staring at me. What's good?
Oh, that's a big boy.
Oh, yeah.
Some of them have some real atoms.
It just went right over because the water was there.
Oh my God. They're all coming.
After the show, it's just going to come right to the front of the line. They don't look quite as confident out of it.
Alrighty, folks, we're about to get started. How are we doing today? Good? Wonderful. Welcome, everybody, to the Everglades Alligator Farm. My name is Tyler. I've been handling alligators and crocodiles and feeding them and getting chased around by them for the last 10 years. So if you have any questions, I can answer them for you. Now, we have 300 adult American alligators in this enclosure. There's about 200 that you see. The other 100 are going to be on the other pond. Now, the alligators go back and forth as much as they like. This is the side that we do these snacking shows on. Now, every 2 weeks is how often the alligators actually eat. They don't really eat very much food at all. On average, they only burn 250 calories a week. Yeah, that's nothing. Yeah, that's like one cheese Danish at Starbucks. Does anybody know what they were reacting to? The sound of the food hitting the floor. Alligators hunt with their ears, not their eyes. So do you think they have better success as a predator hunting in the light or in the dark? in the dark. Alligators hunt mostly at night because they hunt with their ears. That'll give them an advantage. Now also, if I throw a piece of food in the water, you think we're going to see a smaller or a bigger response from these alligators in here?
Bigger.
A bigger response. You guys know why?
More sound.
The water, very good. The splash, the sound of the water is going to entice the alligators even more than if you're on land. Let's test out our little hypothesis here. It's delicious. You guys know where we get these from? We order them from McDonald's. Yeah. I don't know, it's like Uber Eats will come here with a couple packages of it. Let's grab a bigger one. There you go, that's a good one. Nice. Feeding an alligator makes them attack people. Touching an alligator, you're making it easy for him to just swing up and make a meal out of you. Getting in the water with one, that's where they do their best hunting. They swim around with their tail. Their arms and legs are very small and tiny, so because of that, they don't really like to walk on land much. Like this guy coming up here. He's one of my favorites. He actually knows his name. So now that we've learned some things about alligators, we understand they only chase after people if you're being fed by people or if you're splashing next to them in the water. I'm going to go ahead and just have some fun and stop teaching you stuff. This is an alligator that actually knows his name. Just like people, you got a few smart ones, and you got the rest of us, okay? This is one of the smart ones of alligators. Flaquito, come here, buddy. Flaquito, come here. Come here. Come on, buddy. What do you know? What do you know? Flaquito, come here, buddy. There's your good boy. There's your good boy. Jumper. Come here. Oh, you gotta try a little harder than that. Good boy. What would you like? This alligator here that wants my soul. Nice try.
Be careful if you come here. Some of the exhibits actually broke out of their cages.
This is the Burmese python. This is one of the invasive species out here in Florida. There's no defining.
They are very majestic and large though. Look how, that's all snake. The whole thing is snake.
One single one.
Look how cutely woodly these gators are. I think they're pretty adorable when they're tiny like that. These are crocodiles over here maybe. Or are these gators too? No, these are different age of gators. Very rare.
You see how they cover the top to keep it healthy? It's albino. This one's got arguably twin names.
Oh my god, filled to the brim.
And a little abuse. This is Peter. Let's Molotov them.
Let's burn these gators for their own good.
Yep.
We found him, guys. This is the Cuban crocodile. He's really in an inconvenient spot, but he's hanging out where he wants to be.
He's so lonely. All he has is that one lizard for a problem.
Yeah.
He's probably not even that close.
What a weird friendship they have, but you know what? Sometimes weird friendships work.
This is Steve Irwin's signature.
Australian crocodile?
Yep. Australian saltwater crocodile.
They're largest in the world.
Allegedly.
Till we find out about the Amazonian crocodiles.
I think those are just canine. They're the smallest.
We haven't found the real ones yet, tucked away.
American crocodile. This is what this whole trip is about.
We really wanted to find an American crocodile in the wild, but they are not easy to locate.
Yeah, you can go swim for hours and hours out there, and it's just alligators.
That's right. See, here's a South American crocodile, and this thing looks ferocious.
I'd tickle this pickle.
I think it would pickle your tickle. Along with all the other attractions, they also have a nature walk where you can see plenty of American alligator. That was also the same walk that we saw all those different types of crocodiles on. So it's a nice little thing, get a little fresh air. By this point, the alligators won't be as amazing, but they're still beautiful animals. Here's something that hasn't lost its magic yet, an African spurred tortoise. You can't tell by the video, but this thing probably weighs like 200 pounds. Those tortoises can actually live up to 150 years, which is pretty amazing. And in this enclosure, somewhere sneaking and creeping right there is a Nile crocodile, the deadliest hunter of the Nile. Don't be an Egyptian peasant getting water when one of these bad boys are around.
Yeah, you got the three of the big deadly animals in Egypt's Nile. You got the Nile crocodile, the hippo, and the mosquito, all there to kill you.
This man's a savage. Crazy, bougie, ratchet. Alright, now we're gonna set her down. Is she cute? Alright. Yes. Now, is she trying to bite me right now? No, it's because she's comfortable. But that changes. So I'm gonna wrap my throat over the front of her snout because she mostly bites on the side. This is called the bulldogging technique. Now, Native Americans who do this technique to bring the gator home, with the mouth tied up, the animal will be alive, so that way the meat was fresh. For those of you that eat meat and don't know how to hunt, this is where food comes from. Folks, big round of applause for the female alligator. Yeah, it's pretty cool. They'll go through about 3,000 teeth in their life. Now what you're looking at right now is a feeding response. I'm going to put my fingertips right here, in between the teeth, and he wants to eat them. That's why he's shaking his head around like that with his mouth open. He's trying to eat them. Now, very carefully, I'm going to put my chin right here where his teeth are, where my fingers were just a second ago. Now I'm going to let go. This is called the face-off. Literally has no purpose whatsoever. It's just for your picture, so please take it. Here we go, guys. Big round of applause for the alligators. Well, we just saw the gators. Now we get to try them out at the Everglades Gator Grill. This is Lane's first time eating original gator in original Florida.
Yep. Let's try it out. Very fishy, very squishy. It's got an interesting texture that's very unique to gator that you don't really get on other meats unless it's raw. So, it's not too bad.
I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. I've had quite a bit of gator, and it's all down to the way it's cooked, and also the cut. Like, depending on the part of the gator, I think it's more or less fishy. And to be honest, this is probably the worst gator I've ever had. Everything else is really, really good. Like the fries, I got fried pickles. The fries is really good, the fried pickles are really good. But the gator is not doing it for me at all. The sauces are good too, but hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Tell us in the comments what you learned about gators.